All right, mate. How are you?
Hello. I'm alright.
You're all right?
How are you?
Bit worse for wear. Yesterday was a big day.
Yeah. Super Bowl
Super
Monday.
Bowl, that's right. Yeah. Had a few too many beers and a few too many whiskies, but it was a great day. The team that I wanted to win did win.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was good.
It's a good game.
Yeah. Yep. Thought it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun at Fallon's, drinking a lot of.
Yep.
We just started at one end of the taps and worked our way through from 8 o'clock in the morning.
Very good.
So yeah.
How long did that take you now?
No, it was good. It was just a good event.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had
Nice.
a lot of good time. But,
Awesome. Good vibes there.
Yeah, it was.
Pretty
yeah,
busy.
the place was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, for anyone who says that we don't enjoy American football in Australia, they're wrong. 'Cause,
Yeah.
the city was full of people out and about enjoying it. So
I think it's certainly gaining popularity.
yeah,
There's something about having beers on a Monday morning as well, probably.
that also helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Day off for some fun. Yeah. Oh dear. Mate, before we get too far into it, as always, Bintani. Well, thank our sponsors, Bintani, Craft Punks Canning, Convoy Kegs, Rattlings Labels and Stickers, and of course, Hiker Brewing.
Concern.
It is concerning. Shout out Phil. After last week, we did say, wonder if Phil's relaxing or not listening, but if he is listening, turn off his stuff. And he was listening.
He was listening?
He listened to it like faster than anyone, I reckon. I must have just posted it and he must have listened to it straight
Jumped
away.
straight on
So, yeah.
It's probably sitting there refreshing the Spotify page.
That's it, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Mate, this week, Sunday, our episode Jocelyn from Hop On Brewery Tours was released. It was a great chat.
Yeah.
Heaps of cool stuff. We talked about driving around the Goldie and then sitting in precinct later on, and so much stuff that Joel had to do just a bonus content video as well, so that'll go up this Sunday coming.
Nice.
But yeah, it was pretty fun. Mate, craft beer helps to sustain revenue growth. So I found this is a manufacturing news website, but it's just got some facts and figures in here that even though overall beer is declining, the actual craft beer market is keeping it up. If anything, craft beer is still increasing.
Interesting.
So they're not drinking as much, but they're drinking better beers.
That's very
things
interesting.
like
I would have
that. So-
assumed that people were just drinking cheaper beers, which, like, by default probably aren't craft.
No.
But there you go.
Yeah, well, beer per capita in 2019 to 2020 it was 82 litres of beer. That's consumption annually.
Yep.
Whereas back in 1974-75 it was 190 litres.
Wow.
That's huge, isn't it? That's a lot of beer.
It's halved.
Yeah.
It is a lot of beer.
Yep. But the best-selling segment is still the non-craft, non-international beers. So
Yeah.
BB, Gold, Carlton Draft, and whatnot. So, but the three leading brewers by revenue: Asahi Holdings 3.1 billion, Lion 1.8 billion, and Cooper's Brewery with 187 million.
Yeah, right.
So
Asahi's beating Lion by quite a bit.
Asahi is smashing it, hey? Yeah. So, not really surprising, but interesting nonetheless.
Yeah. I wonder how the percentage of market share for independent craft breweries is, because I remember it would have been 2019, I reckon. I went to BrewCon and they were quoting about 6% of all beer.
Yep.
Market share was indie. I wonder where that is these days. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, not sure. Wasn't in there. So, can't read it.
If anyone knows or can find it.
That's it. Mate, sour beers. I found this article to speed up sour beer fermentation with peas. And not just peas, legumes is the actual field of study. But what they've found is that using sugar that's derived from peas, the yeast won't metabolize it, but the bacteria will.
Right.
So the bacteria will eat the sugar a lot faster than it will eat the sugars
Yeah.
from the grain, from the malt.
Mm.
And I don't know what that will do to the sweetness of the beer.
Well, it would depend if you've got a heterofermentative bacteria that produces acid and alcohol.
Yeah.
Then that's different to a standard lactic acid bacteria that's, just producing acid.
Yeah.
Because assuming that's the case, then all of the pea sugar's going to make sourness, right?
Yeah. And the other traditional yeast will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've got a really cool name. RFOs is the shortened version, but they're raffinose family oligosaccharides.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I learned how to say that.
Oligosaccharides.
Yeah, but apparently too, it's not just that it helps speed up the brewing process, it actually makes the beers taste better. So they have a more intensity and a bit more fruitiness from the beer with no trace of any of the peas.
No unwanted beanie flavours.
That's right.
That's good. That was my first thought.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Interesting.
people are still working on this stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
More acid, more ethanol as well, it reckons.
Yeah.
There you go. Fruitier, higher total taste intensity. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Where can I get some pea sugar?
Yeah, don't know.
I'll just put peas in, it'll be fine.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I don't know what they're doing, but they get this stuff out, obviously, but it's more for a product that I suppose they're going to sell into the future.
Yeah, just research. Yeah. Nice.
Also, with people doing stuff with to help the industry out, brewing wastewater turned into biofuel. So the University of San Diego students are using beer waste. So all of and from beer and cider, local breweries are mixing that with seaweed and fish waste and making a biofuel to combat, environmental concerns. Also, if you can use yeast waste, right, someone's waste, and turn it into something that's renewable and also able to be used as, a budding idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Nice.
Apparently they reached out to a couple of breweries saying, would this be alright if you could do this? And like Stone Brewing came back and said, how much do you want? We've got a heap of wastewater. But I wonder if it's like wastewater no CIP wastewater or just...
I wonder if it's everything or if it's just... Yeah.
So...
It'd be interesting.
Yeah, don't know.
I'd love to know how that works as well. Like seaweed and fish products, somehow turn that into biofuel. Very interesting.
Yeah. So I think it obviously doesn't say it in here because they're scientists, but kelp and fish waste to create renewable energy that could power vehicles. So
crazy.
Yeah. I think it was... so the project began when they discovered similar research in Barbados where scientists were creating power vehicles using rum waste and seaweed. So there's a lot we don't know,
Yeah.
It's crazy that this stuff is still getting invented and whatnot.
Yeah. Very cool.
I haven't had my beer yet. Still,
come on, mate.
Oh, man.
Why not?
A bit rough. Oh dear.
How's that feel?
Yeah, not great. Oh dear. There's a new hop that's making waves over in the US. HQG4, which is from the Hop Quality Group over in the States. And I don't know what the 4 means, whether it's the first hop that they've got to a certain point or whatever like that. But yeah, they're now starting to release it around to, they gave it to 50 breweries around just to give it a crack,
Yeah.
see how it goes. But all the breweries are saying that it's really, really good, and it also is similar to Nelson Sauvin from New Zealand because it's got a lot of the thiol precursors
Yeah.
in it, which they found is, well, I mean, it's obviously what you want. Yeah, so it's super limited, but what's interesting about it is it's experimental, but it's a public variety. So for those who don't know, a lot of hops like Citra, Mosaic and that are not public. They're patented, and not everyone can just grow them, whereas this one, like Andrew from Hilltop Hops, who I'm speaking to for another follow-up interview this Saturday, I'm going to ask him about this one.
Yeah, you could probably hit them up for a rhizome or something and start growing it.
Might be able to start growing it. So, sounds really nice too, about the flavour about it, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what comes from it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Here's Hendo.
Hendo,
Hey, mate.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, mate, I was doing my podcast with Hendo this morning, and he just can't keep away from the microphone. That's right.
Wants to be on another one.
Tariffs in the US on the forefront again, because they got announced this morning that Donald Trump is putting tariffs on all imports on steel and aluminium into America.
Right.
Obviously, we produce a shitload of that and send it over, and not only is that a worry for Australia, because we send it all over there too, but a lot of brewers over there are now worried about their cans.
Yeah.
Their can prices are just going to explode.
True.
Which is the sort of thing you don't think about, right? Like these sort of flow-on effects.
Probably the sorts of things Donald Trump doesn't think about as well.
Yeah. Mate, probably.
No political commentary.
I don't know that he drinks beer either.
Yeah, interesting, hey?
Yeah.
There's, all that stuff's going to have all sorts of flow-on effects that we haven't really considered yet, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently Australia is trying to talk to them and maybe not have the tariffs on Australian ore. Yeah. But who knows, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying that a lot of the tariffs won't have a big impact on the big breweries because they're on a contract, but it's the smaller breweries that are going to feel the biggest thing because the price obviously changes all the time. So.
Yeah. Interesting.
And mate, last article, it's not a lot today. The Fonio grain that we talked about last year.
Yeah, I remember that. That was one of my episodes too.
Huh. So this is Ketos Brewing, I don't know. So this is 100% Fonio beer, and it's gluten-free and it's clear. So Fonio is that ancient grain from West Africa. So it's a historical grain, which I think it grows like in desert, like it's not as requirement to grow isn't as hard as barley. So that's why it's such a cool thing that people are wanting to use with. So
can you scroll up to that photo again?
Yep.
I did not realise it was clear. I thought it was black. But I've now realised that's just the wall behind it.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I guess it looks cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's clear, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so, obviously, not necessarily, I guess. I was going to say it must have enzymes in there that can break down sugars, but potentially the brewery added enzymes.
Yeah, like I obviously don't know. They don't talk about that in here per se, but what's interesting about this is there's no head on the beer.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's just been sitting there warm for so long and it's just dissipated, or if this grain isn't really a head.
If it doesn't have as much
creating
protein.
the protein to make the head. So
interesting to me that it's clear. Surely you'd think any grain would have some colour, but no. Okay. Yeah. And that probably does make sense. Like if there's no colour in there, there's probably not much protein either.
Yeah.
What is the beer style? I guess it's probably pretty unique, but
It's an IPA.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Brew entirely clear when poured into a glass and is naturally gluten free.
Yeah,
So
cool.
it's a 100% Fonio beer. This one. So
Interesting.
fruity flavour that isn't too sweet. So,
Passion fruit, lychee, and white peach flavors coming from the grain.
Yeah.
No hops were used. Well, it's not a beer then,
Well, it's
is
not
it?
a beer. Yeah.
Still, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, you want to add hops?
Yeah. Yeah. What have they done?
Yeah. It's weird. Strange. Anyway.
I guess, yeah. I mean, with no hops in there, you can taste exactly what the grain tastes like, I suppose.
I
which is
suppose
cool.
that's probably why they did it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's experimental and people are probably just enjoying it.
Hmm.
So yeah, why wouldn't you brew it again? Yeah, mate. I don't have much else today except for it's your birthday today.
Yeah.
Micah's
yeah.
birthday. It's the official day is today.
11th of Feb.
Yep.
2 years on.
And Saturday and Sunday, big party.
Indeed. Yes. Yep.
That's
I'll be
why-
here Saturday.
That's why Hendo's here for the taste of one of the beers.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering why Hendo had rocked up.
Yeah,
There you go. Well, somewhere over there.
I'm just assuming.
Probably. Yeah.
But no, it's going to be a big afternoon, a big weekend here. What are you expecting? You're going to be here all day?
Yeah, probably. I'll probably rock up early arvo, sort of late lunch. Bring the fam, and they'll probably hang out for the usual period of time before
Yep.
my daughter wants to leave.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I'm thinking I might stay till sort of late arvo, early evening, and then head over to what's it called? My goodness, mind blank. Happy Valley.
Oh, yeah.
There's a birthday party over there, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, might do that.
Yeah.
See how we go.
Yeah, Phil will be back, right? He gets back on
Yep.
Friday, doesn't he, or
Yep.
something?
I think, I had Wednesday in my head, but I think it is later than Wednesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll be here on Saturday, I think.
Yep.
Won't be keen to work, of course, but we've got that covered, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, that's all
should be
sorted.
fun.
So, yeah, nice. All right, mate. Well, and thanks everyone for listening to this short episode. But
yes, well,
yeah,
it's all right. Chicken next week.
yeah, beer can chicken day next week.
Woo!
Yeah, so we'll pull out that beer can chicken barbecue and give it a crank. And,
Can't wait.
Yeah, I reckon I've got that guy that you sent me that's eating beer can or barbecue chickens.
Yeah.
So,
Did he respond?
Not yet.
Okay,
But I'm
alright.
going to hit him up again and.
Yeah. If you
try and
haven't,
get him
if you haven't seen it yet, go on Instagram and search for Daily Roast Chook. This guy's pretty sure is Brizzy based.
Yep.
And he's just decided to start a new Instagram account at the start of 2025, and he's going to eat a whole roast chook every day of the year at a different place and review them all.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yep.
it sounds good for a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
maybe, but see how it goes.
Yeah, man. That's a lot of chicken.
That's a lot of chicken. If we can get him down here, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. We'll see if we can. All right, mate.
Cool.
Thanks very much.
No worries.
Pour it out.
Take a hike.
We're out of it.